Alright, let's turn that down. That's probably about right. What's up, gamers? Welcome back to Impossible Game Challenges Daily. So, we are today playing a video game. If it will show up on the screen. It might even work. There it is. Nice. So, last time... Oh, so big news here. I'll show this off again later when someone's actually here, but bam, we did it. Okay, so that's that done. And then we can go over here. Okay, so... I have a... Last time we were playing, I was stuck at a... This is a little loud. Let's just knock that down to like 70. There we go. And embiggen. And we're back. Last time I was having a little bit of trouble with this dungeon. And specifically one part where you need to shot web. Or specifically one part where you need to go into a room with a narrow entrance, and it wasn't going so hot. So, the first thing that I've done is over here, I've made a shortcut so I can put a minecart on that rail, hop in, break it. I do take one hit, but that's fine. And now we're on the other side, so problem solved. Now I also should move down this ladder. Yeah, I got loads of torches. I have a sneaky scheme on how to get through this doorway. Not this one, this is fine. There's a Dr. Jenkins, that's a-okay. This right here, so block it off. And then I don't want anything getting through here, so let's just quickly, I don't want to get jump scared from behind, so we'll block those off. Excellent work. I didn't know there were gas spawners up there. Do I have ladders? I do. Let's break those. I don't even know if those can spawn gas. They might be too... They need a flat surface to spawn on. I don't even know if that works. Alright, that's done. And let's get this one. Oop. And up and over the roots. Take this out. This wasn't part of the plan. I didn't know these were here. Okay, great. So then knock out my ladder. And here comes the sneaky scheme. I don't know why that's there. Take this out as well. Up and over the roots. There we go. Okay. Wonderful. Actually, hang on, let me switch these. Because it makes way more sense to have the slab here. And then the fence there. Great. Right, so what do we want to do here? I want to light up inside that little room, but I can't reach in there. But what we can do is something like this. Knock that out. I brought my piston. If I put the piston here, now it faces down. So we need to put it one further down the way. That's okay. How about this? No, it still faces down. Okay, I need to get a little higher. Let's see if I can climb this. There we go. Put a torch on that. Knock out the top block there. And then I brought glowstone and a button. So button there. Activate the piston. And we can put a glowstone there and then put... Basically by doing this, I can shove blocks that create light into this little room. And by doing that, hopefully less guys will be there. That's the sneaky scheme. I also brought a door so that I can knock these out and put a door in instead. I don't know if that'll help. I don't know if this will help either, but I'm hoping that it will. That's as far as the train goes. So knock that out, knock that out. Up and over the roots. Swing these around. Can stuff come in from the top there? I mean, it's kind of dark. Maybe I care about that. Why did I not put this... There we go. I have no idea if stuff can spawn up there, but now it can't. Give me the ladders back. Those are handy to have. There's quite a number of spiders. I made a floor in there, but it got destroyed, which kind of sucks. But we can make it work. Now what I'm going to do is leave and give up, and I'm never going to beat the dungeon. That's a lie. This is just to despawn all the guys that spawned there while I was screwing around, because there's not a chance in the world I'm going to get through all those guys. Yeah, so the plan for today is I want to beat this map so that I don't have it to do next year. I want to just go ahead and finish things out. And also, why haven't I broken these yet? Part 2, I want to do my awards, my stupid awards show, which is very exciting. Let me check I've actually got that set up correctly. Yeah. Alright, yeah, we're cooking on that front. Very good. So, with the awards show, I think it will be very short. So my intention is to use a bit of this Minecraft as a space filler to sort of let people show up, if anyone's going to show up. So I'm thinking we start the awards show after I get this wool, or when someone gets here, whichever comes probably later, because I can always go ahead and just start working on the next wool. Or maybe like in an hour. Like if it's been that long and no one showed up, I'll just do it. It's fine. Righto. So let's knock these out. That will let guys through. Luckily that skeleton has angered that zombie. Right. Now I gotta be careful here not to hit the pigmen. Okay, that's kind of an unfortunate positioning there. Maybe I can just stuff the door in place. Okay, door is in place, which is great. Clearly I didn't go far enough away to despawn them, so let's go even further. How far do I gotta go? I would rather not take my shortcut again because I'll take damage. I could go the long way around. Ooh, we can go up to the top where the bedrock was. That probably will be far enough away. Let's do that. And around it under roots and around trees without crashing. So I've started playing the only like classic super hostile map I've never played before, just like for fun. It's called Nightmare Realm. And because I have to do that without jumping at some point to complete this stupid series I'm doing. That'll be exciting. Oh, I didn't know there was a spawner here. Let's take that out. I've not done a good job clearing spawners. I kind of don't need to because they're well lit enough, but you know, like, why half-ass it when you can whole-ass it? When you can asshole it? That's what I always say. Was that a... No, that was my torch. That's a very classy way to start the awards show, is with that joke. Good stuff. I hear a ghast. I think it's probably outside of this weird fortress, though, so I don't super care. Up here... Again, why did I not take this out? Give me that. Get my torch back. Get a bunch of torches back. Awesome. There's a... I took all the bedrock, so that's job done there. Let me get this. No, actually, it'll be hard to get. No, it won't. I can just climb in there. This is probably a bad trade, honestly. Chest for a ladder. That is the gap there that took me out in Infernal Sky. That gap, or that kind of thing, where it's like a 1x1 bedrock hole, is why I had to jump in Infernal Sky. Oh, that was lucky. I'm surprised I caught that. But yeah, if not for one of those, I would have done Infernal Sky completely without jumping. And we did prove it's possible without jumping. I'm just an idiot and didn't do it. There's the ghast. Anyway, but the point is, Nightmare Realm is in a newer version of the game that is still ancient, just newer. And so I haven't moved my texture pack over yet, and it's really weird seeing all the mobs look normal and not like Dr. Jenkins. Very strange. Like I was fighting ghasts and they looked like ghasts. It was I almost couldn't handle it. Why do I have two torches right next to each other? What's the point of that? Alright, how do things look here now? There's still a zombie, so immediately a guy did spawn. It's looking less congested. Maybe when I get you. Okay, there's a creeper. Oh man. Can I get some blocks down like this? Okay, that's something. That's something. Spiders can still get through there. And I need a slab so I can cross this insurmountable barrier myself. Here comes the spider. We might get you. Let's swap to a sword that's not broken. Up and over the roots. Oh, yeah, there's another little trench here. How can that guy see me? Knock it off. There we go. And then like that. And then like this. This will let the creeper through. But it won't let spiders through. Alright, what are we dealing with? And there's the wool, I assume. Ah, okay, so down here is one of those super duper spawners. That's why there's so many friggin' guys everywhere. The glowstone piston thing worked fantastically. That was a good call. I say, tooting my own horn. Plop that down right there. Looking good. And we bust in. There's the wool. I'm a genius, so I'm going to take all of it. And let's get out of here. Oh, and up and over the roots one last time. Excellent. Ooh, no, I don't. I was going to go recover one slab, but that is stupid. I don't need one slab. I have plenty. I've also put a lot of work into the railway off stream, and I think it's very funny now. Let me swap a minecart into my hotbar here. That piston idea worked so well. That was awesome. I also take damage on this side, which kind of sucks. So it's a shortcut, but you pay with your life to save a few seconds. Very, very necessary and good. Alright, down and under roots and around trees. Here we go. So I heard a ghast shoot me. Hopefully it missed, but... because ghast shots can turn off nether portals. But I don't think we need to go back there unless I need to just use it for getting back and forth. So no damage in that dungeon outside of what I did to myself. Wabamo, black wool. One more to go. Load it up there. And around the roots. So there's only 15 minutes left to dungeon in that dungeon. That's awesome. Really killed that one. We'll put the redstone stuff away. I don't think I'll need this. I want to make sure to bring enough stuff, because actually getting to this next dungeon is a titanic pain, because someone decided to build their railway in the absolute just worst way imaginable. Slap that in there. We got boatloads of torches. We got boatloads of tools. Only 2 mushroom soups. Maybe I actually bring 3. Hey, welcome back. If you just got here, I literally, you remember the dungeon that we were doing last time? I just finished it. I used a sneaky scheme wherein I used a piston and glowstone. So we got stuck where there was like a little like narrow corridor to go through, and then there were like a billion guys behind the corridor. Yeah. Wait, so where we got to was nearly at the end of the dungeon anyway. So, oh, I want to do this at day. No, I think I'm fine actually. We got nearly the end of the dungeon, and basically there was like a little 2x3 doorway, and behind the doorway was a shit ton of mobs, and I couldn't get through the doorway. So what I did, because I'm a genius, is I came back with a piston and a bunch of glowstone, and used the piston to push the glowstone through the doorway to light up the area, and then I left so that all the mobs would despawn, and then I went back, and then there were no more mobs there, and then that was the end of the dungeon. There was one more left turn to do, and then that was it. So that one's done, and there's a single dungeon left to do in the map. Because I'm a genius. And I was saying, I started playing... There's only like one classic Super Hostile map I haven't played before. It's called Nightmare Realm. And it is for a version that is newer than this one. Thank you! So this is Beta 173. Nightmare Realm is for 1.2.5. I think the current Minecraft version is somewhere around like 1.24. So that's still incredibly old, but it's slightly newer. And I've never played it, so I've been playing that to practice for when I eventually get to it in this series. But because it's a different version, I haven't moved my texture pack over yet. And it's super weird seeing all the mobs look like they're supposed to look and not all be Dr. Jenkins. It's very strange. Like, I'll see a zombie and be like, why does that look like a zombie and not like Dr. Jenkins? What's wrong with it? And I think you were here when we got... Oh, you can see a bit of the Sans liminal space tunnel. Speaking of things, here's my railway. I have spent a bunch of time on the railway and extended it. It now goes all the way around the entire island. I think you remember last time, because we spent about half of the stream just building the railway, the Sans rooms. You remember the classic moment where we spent absolutely forever placing blocks in a straight line? That was a good time. So off screen, I think it was off screen, I finished the railway and placing all the tracks and stuff. So right now we are headed to the final dungeon of the map, which is over in that corner over there. Is anything too loud or too quiet? Also, how are you doing today? Okay, I can do... This soundtrack's really hard to balance because the very first song on it is very quiet. So I have to bounce around the sound, like I have to guess how much louder it's going to get after the first song. Tell me if that's made a difference at all. It's really important to get the balance right today because I'm going to move the microphone, it might make a loud noise. I want to, you need to be able to hear me doing the show, right? So, also, my thought is that I wanted to use the Minecraft to kind of stall for half an hour or so, let people get here, and I can do the show. I think the award show is genuinely going to take like 10 minutes at most. So I think it'd be really funny. Like, okay, so I do the show for you, right? And then half an hour later, someone else joins, and I just do it again for them. And then half an hour after that, and I just do it again. I think that'd be really funny. So I'm kind of hoping that is how it works out. Is I just keep rerunning the same show. Because I think that's really funny. You remember this? We got here. I made the bridge to here. This is the final dungeon. You see, I've made a little bridge over to it, and then I lit up the top of this thing so it wouldn't be covered in dudes when I tried to go down there. So honestly, maybe I do the show right now, but I think I'll wait till about 9. I'll give it like 10 minutes, and then if you're the only one who gets to see it, so be it. What's your predictions? You're thinking the top 5 are going to be all Minecraft? Because that's a pretty strong prediction, to be honest. So I think we need to get down in here. Down and under the roots, basically. Let me get some torches down around here. If I come back up at night, I don't want to get shot off of this thing because I would be upset. I think this side's the entrance. Alright, and light that up, light that up. It's hard to tell how bright obsidian is because it's such a dark block. Oh, you're on to me. You've solved the puzzle. I do like that game. It's a good game. I just wish they gave you more starter options. It's too you can't do it. You can't beat the game, right? I'm making the worst staircase of all time here. There we go. Yeah, and then the 3 options they give you, none of them can beat the game, right? Like, 2 of them can't even learn all the moves, and then they just they give you the other guy, right? You can't do it. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Bit of a You hope someone got fired for that blunder, right? Alright. So do a little bit of this action, a little bit of that action. And we have made it to Dungeon 15, the Dismal Deep Darkness. Let's go in. This sounds like a place I want to be. Let's check it out. Hey, it's good. It's good. I finished... this is the final dungeon of the map, number 15. Because I did them out of order and did 16 first, because that's just how it happened. And I've extended the railway even more. You can see it up there. I'm basically using this to kill some time before I run my stupid awards show. That's awful dark down there. Let me... I brought a bunch of blocks for exactly this reason. I could do a ladder, but I can't see a thing. So I'm afraid to ladder because I might fall and die, and that would not be great. So hopefully I've brought enough blocks. You know, honestly, it is living up to the name. I cannot claim false advertising here. This is it's exactly what I've signed up for. I have never remembered a word in my entire life, so I'm right there with you. I also brought a bunch of cobblestones so we can continue this. Wait till you see the railway though. Once I beat this dungeon and we take the railway out to victory, oh man, I have got something incredible. I hope I have enough slabs, because it actually takes absolutely... I think the railway takes about 10 minutes to get me anywhere, which is awesome. So, that's very fun. Get that minecart out of the way. There we go. I forgot how deep this was. Oh, that's a torch. We want to put the slab. I almost saved the torch, actually. How are you doing? So far, this dungeon's thrilling. That's good. Keep it up. I think this one is maybe the best dungeon John Super Hostel's ever made. Oh, did not mean to put it down there. Put it here. Speaking of John Super Hostel, I've been playing another one of these that is very slightly newer than this one, but still really old to practice, because it's the only one of the series I haven't played before, and I'm gonna get to it at some point. I kind of want to do the whole series without jumping, or at least as many of them as are possible. So look forward to that. But it's neat because it's a version of the game that is new enough to have like the hunger mechanics and stuff. And also, when I'm playing it for, like, just to beat the map for the first time ever, I do jump, and it's like, wow, this is wild. I don't need to bring slabs everywhere. This is overpowered. And I was also saying that I haven't migrated my texture pack yet with all the Dr. Jenkinses, so all the mobs just look normal, and it's like, it's disconcerting. It's like, they're not meant to look like this. Where's Dr. Jenkins? The World of Goo 2 soundtrack? Oop. I was having Yui help me audio balance it. Maybe we've got it? I don't know. Yeah. I like this game. Alright. Also, it's very easy because I just have the soundtrack as MP3 files on my desktop. Well, they're in a folder on the it's not... I'm not that disorganized. Place the block in the right place. It goes there. And so I don't have to fiddle around with trying to balance the volume of YouTube videos or whatever. I'm starting to think I should have used ladders because this is taking forever. And I'm going to run out of blocks. You're so right. You're so right. No, unfortunately, I have a folder on my desktop called music, and then it's in there. That's the way to live, honestly. That's how you do it. So I've made it nearly to the bottom. I should have no, knock that off. I should have been Gravel Gang, because to get this last little bit. How do I get down? Let's see. So there's a number of questions still. But we did make it to the bottom, so that's good. Let's put a torch up. I think I need gravel here. I need gravel and a lot more blocks. We can do that. We can make that happen. And that means I get to go up this really bad staircase. If I was smart, I could replace the staircase with a ladder. I'm probably not going to do that, but like I could. Again, if I knew what I was doing, it'd be a good idea. This does mean we get to see the railway, though. Oh man, you're in for a treat here. Do I have enough ladders? I might want more ladders. So slabs, ladders, and like probably 2 stacks of blocks. Here's my really bad staircase into the dungeon itself. And by staircase, I mean a bunch of disconnected ladders, which is awesome. Slabbers, that's right. Gotta have and gravel. Yep. It's a modern staircase. It's a modern art staircase. All right. So, Yui, this is the part we were building last stream where I built blocks this way for absolutely no reason for like half an hour, and then eventually we saw something in the distance, but I didn't bring enough blocks to get to it. This is the upshot of all that work. Also, if you look down, you'll notice that the entire railway... Okay, so I was about to explain. I started to run out of the normal rails, but in every rail chest, John Super Hostile gives a stack of powered rails, a stack of detector rails, and like a stack of normal rails. And detector rails work just as well as normal rails for going straight. So since I was running out of normal rails, it's like, well, what the hell? Let's use the detector rails. It gets really good in a little bit here. Also, this part of the map has absolutely jack shit. There's no dungeons, there's no nothing. I don't know why they're all on the other side. Here's more detector rails. And then, coming up here, I get a little bit funky with the block choices. And then coming up here, I also ran out of detector rails, so now it's just all powered rails all the time. So here's this part. You can see I got a little funky with the block choices towards the end. Alright, you ready for the jump? Here we go. And then when you land, because the minecart momentum really sucks, it goes really slowly, which I think is really funny. So we have to really slowly crawl to this booster. There we go. That said, we don't take fall damage, which is pretty handy. If I was good at things, that's right, that's the little like dramatic pause. If I was good at things, I could put a slope there, but I didn't do that. So as you can see, here's the railway, and so we're gonna hit this thing, and I think it automatically turns us to the right. Yep, so you can see that the rails just connected a right angle there. Whenever that happens, like you turn north or south, or there's some priority thing, I have no idea what it is. I just hooked them up and you turned right. Either way would have been funny, because the way it is now, you hop on the rail, and then if you just sit there for about 10 minutes, you do a lap of the entire island, and then just come back to the base, which I think is funny. But if it turns you the other way, that means you would hop on the rail, and you would just ride it in circles forever and never go anywhere, which is also funny. So it's a win-win either way. That said, how would you like to run the Game of the Year awards show real, not clickbait? I think it's time. As soon as I put this door away. Alright. So save this and small in it. Alright, give me a minute to set things up. So I want to embiggen this, wait for that to go away, and now we turn this source on. What's up, gamers? Welcome to the Impossible Game Challenges Daily Top 5 Games of 2024 Awards Show! I don't know if you can hear me clapping or what that sounds like. So, let's get this started for the most anticipated, most important, most objectively correct awards show of the entire year. So let's start with the rules. Number 1, the game had to come out in 2024. So that means I can't pick Minecraft. Number 2, I had to play it in 2024. So that's not on stream. That's just, I had to play the game. I can't pick when I just watched someone else play. That doesn't count. And number 3, I'm objectively correct in every sense. So there's no arguing with these. I'm right. You know how it is. I thought this slide was a little bit empty, so I added some stock photos. Anyway, let's get started with number 5. The 5th best game of the year is nothing. I only played 4 games. I only played 4 games that came out this year. So, time for the 4th best game of the year is Portal Revolution, which is actually a mod for Portal 2, not a full game, but I had to count it or else I'd have to do that nothing joke twice. So, what is Portal Revolution? I've got pros and cons for each game. It's a mod pack. It adds a bunch of Portal levels. I don't think there's like new stuff. Anyway, one of the pros is you get more Portal levels, which is good. Portal's fun, so here's more of it. It's got an original story. It's got voice acting. It's actually pretty well done. Like, it's not like Little Timmy Toaster Mike, you know, like they did a pretty good job. And one thing I think super neat about it is it uses mechanics that were like advertised for Portal 2 but didn't end up making it. Like one that I remember is there's like the suction vents that like you'd put a portal and it like sucks things in. And that was, I had a magazine with that in it, but that never made it to the final game. So they put it in. Neat. Also, it's free. So you have to own Portal 2, but like they're not selling it. It is free. So that's, you know, that's hard to beat. Let's take a look at some of the cons though. So I got really stuck at one part. There's a bit where you're in like the old aperture kind of section and you're in like a little pit and there's like a chain link fence up. And chain link fence, to me, means I can shoot through this and put a portal on the other side. Yeah, no, that is fair. It's not unique to this. I'm a moron, affects a lot of games. So I was shooting this fence, trying to figure out where to put my portal, and nothing was working, blah, blah, blah. I was stuck there for a while, and it turned out the solution was there's a door over on the side, and the door looks closed, but when you walk up to it, it opens automatically, and you walk through the door. Like, there's not even a puzzle there. You walk through the door. Rookie mistake. I thought the story started really strong, but it kind of fell apart in the back half. Like, it's not bad, but it's kind of like, I don't know. The one character you meet, like at the start, you meet this core, his name's Sterling, and he's kind of funny. Because he's doing this joke where it's like, while you're in the test, he's like, "Greetings, test subject. I need you to do these tests," right? And then you get to the part where he takes you off the test track and he goes, "Okay, so actually I sound like this. That was my announcer voice. I've been practicing. Did you like it?" I think that's funny. I like Sterling. But then you get halfway through the game and Sterling just kind of decides he hates you now and he's going to kill you. It's like, oh, okay, you're Wheatley. I get it. You're doing the Wheatley thing again. I see what's happening. The new mechanics that they implemented, I see why they didn't make it into the original game, because they don't really interact with anything interestingly. Like the suction thing I was talking about, there's one level where you put down your portal near a suction tube thingy, and you use the suction tube to like suck up turrets out of your way. And like that's it. Like that's like the only interesting thing it does. There's one where there's like a big fan, and you have to turn off the fan so it stops blowing boxes off a conveyor belt. But you could make exactly that same puzzle by just having a light bridge that's blocking the boxes. Like it doesn't need to be a fan. So I kind of see why they didn't end up using those mechanics. That's kind of, I don't know. It's neat they added them, but maybe they were right to not have them. And I felt like the game promised more than it delivered. And I think part of this is the fault of like the user reviews more so than the game itself. Because the user reviews were really talking this thing up. Like, this thing is Portal 3. It's going to knock your socks off. We don't need Valve anymore. This is perfect. And it's like, it's fine. But, you know, it's not, you know, the second coming of Jesus or anything. Which I kind of felt like it was sort of over... Yeah. And that's not really their fault, you know? Like, I don't believe they proper advertised the game as like, it's gonna actually murder you. It's that good, you know? But... I did feel like it got a little sort of overhyped, and then it was fine. So, you know. Just a second. So that's the fourth best game of the year, is Portal Revolution. The third best game of the year is 20 Small Mazes. So, what is 20 Small Mazes? It's a game, it's free, and there's 20 small mazes in it. So, pros. It's free. I think that's really the biggest pro of this game, in my humble opinion. It does exactly what it's promised. It says 20 small mazes, you get 20 small mazes. Each maze has like kind of a unique gimmick, which is fun. Yeah, here we go. Some of the mazes are cute and fun and clever. Like, one is like you have a little snake, and so it like gets longer as you go through the maze, and you have to like not run into yourself. And like one of them, like you have a little bulldozer and you can knock out one of the walls. So they all have their own little cute little gimmick. It's fun. And if one is annoying, they're small mazes, so it's not so bad. You know, you just brute force through it, and then, you know, you're all set. Cons though, it's short. It's a short game. There's only 20 mazes, and there's no story or there's no nothing. It's, here are 20 mazes, and yeah, I mean, really, the deal here is it's exactly as promised and not one iota more, which is fine. Honestly, part of the reason I'm putting 20 Small Mazes over Portal Revolution is 20 Small Mazes is exactly what it says it's going to give you. It gives 20 mazes, you know? Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, right. So I really appreciate that they're like I like that they say we're doing this and they do exactly that. I think that's a good thing on the game. But it does mean like there's not a lot of replay value. There's not like a lot there to get attached to. Again, this is the third best game of the year. These are very minor complaints, but you know, why didn't it score higher, right? But honestly, I'm putting it over Portal Revolution just because I thought that they said we're going to give you 20 small mazes, and then they gave you 20 small mazes. And Portal Revolution kind of felt more like we're going to blow your socks off, and they were like, here's some levels. It's okay. But again, Portal Revolution is the fourth best game of the year, so not too bad either. Number 2, the second best game of the year, and you might recognize this one, is 4D Golf. 4D Golf. So I played this one on stream, and you remember this. It's absolute classic. Absolute classic. Pros. Wild concept. Just the name of it being 4D Golf. I mean, wow. That sells it. I think that for the 4D gameplay, the golf was a really good choice because you have all the time in the world to line up your shot, look around, figure out what you want to do. I think that's a really good match. Like trying to imagine like a 4D platformer or something would just not work. You know, there's just no. I would not want to have to do this like quickly. But I think the golf is a really good match for this concept. Somehow, I did start to intuit what I needed to do. I was never able to like say what I was thinking, and I never like got like a mental image of the map, but like I did start to get the idea of like, okay, I'll hit this button, look this way, okay, this looks like there's a ramp here, and then so like it does kind of start to click. I don't know, it's really neat. The cons though, I cannot explain what on earth I was doing while I was playing this game. Like, it does become intuitive a little bit, but almost subconsciously. Like, I cannot explain any of my strategies for any level. It's like, well, you use a bunch of magic, and then there you go, job done. Also, the only real sort of replay you can do is, you can replay holes for better score. And if you get enough better scores, you can unlock, like, different balls and clubs and things. But I did do some of that off stream, but I didn't think it was that great. It was kind of too... just keep doing stuff until you find the one that works, then there you go. It felt like the kind of thing that would be better if I could... If I remember playing a game and I go, I wish I could like make a macro out of the keys I'm pressing and just keep doing that, you know? I don't know. But you don't have to do that, right? So that's not really a huge knock against it, that the bonus stuff you unlock isn't as good. Again, this is the second best game of the year, right? I was struggling to come up with cons on this one. I don't remember if I put it in. I thought the story was cute too. I liked the guy you meet and stuff. That was fun. Finally, the number one, the best game of the year, unquestionably. There's a little hint. I've seeded a little bit of a hint. It's World of Goo 2. What the hell else was it gonna be? So for World of Goo 2, I'm actually going to start with the cons on this one rather than the pros. It'll make sense. They got rid of the whistle from the first game. So the whistle in the first game, you'd use the whistle, like the right click or whatever, and the goo balls would all kind of come near where your mouse cursor is. And they just got rid of that with no replacement, and I don't know why. Because there was a number of levels that, like, it'd be really handy when you have all your goo balls over on the left side and you want them over on the right side. So in World of Goo 1, you would just use the whistle and they all come over to the right side. In World of Goo 2, you could either move them all manually, which takes forever and they move around, or just not do it and they're just over on the wrong side. And I don't know why they got rid of that. It's the same length as World of Goo 1, which is not like horrible. That's fine. But I was kind of hoping for a Portal 2 situation where it's like 10 times as long, you know? So I was a little disappointed that it was about the same, you know? That was maybe greedy of me to hope it was going to be a Portal 2 kind of thing, because let's be real, most games aren't Portal 2, but some of the mechanics feel really underused. I definitely think that the World of Goo team tries to not overuse mechanics, and with, like, they really are not going to, they don't want to overuse things, which I appreciate. I think that's good. But I think some of the things are only in like 1 or 2 levels even. Like there's types of goo balls that's like, okay, you did 2 things with them and that's it. Like they could have been in at least a couple more. So I think that underusing mechanics is a better problem to have than overusing the mechanic and getting bored of it. But it still is a bit like why'd you put this in if we're gonna use it once? The World of Goo 2 had a lot of levels with like timed elements where like the input pipe would turn off after a certain amount of time, or the exit pipe would get covered in lava after a certain amount of time, or once you wake up this pipe you only have so long before it turns off again, or there's like lava coming down, you have to build your thing before the lava gets there. And I don't remember that in the first one, or at least not nearly as many. And we all know me, I don't enjoy being on a timer. I will say that my buddy, who I also played World of Goo, when he got to those levels, he pretty much had no trouble with them, because it's more a case of knowing I'm being timed makes me lose my mind than like, oh, the timers are really strict, right? Like it's more just a case of I see I'm on a time limit and I just kind of lose it. So that's a me problem. I thought the story in 2 was not as cohesive as in 1. So both games are 5 chapters long. And in World of Goo 1, each chapter sort of directly leads to the next chapter, right? You do some things, and then you get a little cutscene explaining how you get from first chapter, second chapter, then you do some more things like that, right? I would say the only one that's a little rough in World of Goo 1 is the 4 to 5 transition, which is a little bit like, okay, you did all that stuff, now do this other stuff. And in World of Goo 2, the 4 to 5 transition's really good, so they fixed that. But at the expense of like the 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 are, okay, you've done all those levels, now do these levels also, and there's really no reason, like why am I going from this place to this other place, you know? So I kind of thought that was a little bit of a miss. Like it picks up in the back half, but it's weird that I don't know. I also, and this was, my buddy put this into words more than I was able to, but the whole first half of the game, I mean, there's new liquid mechanics, but in general, it feels more just like more World of Goo levels than like new thing. Yeah, I know you're thinking, if there's this many cons, why the hell did it win, right? We're getting to that. So, like with like something like, again, with Portal 2, to compare to that, like, that feels like a 2. You like get in there like, okay, I see why this is 2. This is not just like an expansion pack. And World of Goo 2 really, until like halfway in or even more, it all feels like stuff that could have been done. It like a just through an expansion pack, like more levels kind of thing, more so than like a proper sequel. I think part of that's also with the story elements not really feeling too. They just feel like a little bit more. It's hard to put into words. Let's take a look at the pros though. With that many cons, why did this win? Yeah, that'll do it. So the reason this wins is because I played the first one as a kid, and it's now burned into my memory forever. And honestly, I gave up on getting the sequel about 10 years ago. So yeah, this was going to be hard to beat. Also, the soundtrack's really good. That's the end of the show. That is genuinely the end of the show. That was the entire joke I had planned. So I hope you enjoyed this show. It's like if Duke Nukem Forever was good instead of not being good. That's how I would describe it. I really do. I don't think anything like could exist that was going to beat World of Goo 2 for the year, honestly. Just because of that, it gets that boost from I played the first one as a kid. I don't think it was beatable. Oh, let me show you this while we're paused. Kaizo Caverns, check this out. Bonus goal, grass, there it is. We've done it. Thank you, appreciate it. Let's knock these out. This is the first time I've ever actually done the Mastery Monument on this, and I see why, because it took forever, but we did do it. So that is Kaizo Caverns done. And then I'm going to open Canopy Carnage and immediately close it so they're in the right order. And let's load back up Sunburn Islands and fire away. What was I doing? I was getting slabs and blocks. Yeah. Pretty much I have not stopped thinking or talking about World of Goo 2 ever since it came out. Because, holy moly, it actually happened. I genuinely had given up on that like a while ago. So I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, honestly, that's all you need. But I think that, you know how we were talking, or at least you were talking about how like that experience where someone is ranting and raving about how incredible a certain show is, and then you check it out and then like it's kind of mid. I kind of feel like right? Are there things wrong with it? Absolutely, yes. That's why I started with the cons. Can we like go faster than this? Like, are there things wrong with it? Absolutely, yes. But like, do I care? No. What was I on about? Yeah, like I don't think there was anything that was gonna beat it anyway. I was joking that like, unless Valve was secretly sitting on Portal 3, then World of Goo was gonna win. But you see why I couldn't play any more games that came out this year. It's because I have to get rid of the nothing joke, and I think the nothing is really funny. So I had to play it carefully. I couldn't accidentally lie and put something instead of nothing. Yeah, World of Goo 2 really as well feels to me like it was the way that they've designed the game. Yeah, Mario and Luigi Brothership. That's the current one I'm kind of waiting on. I have it. I got it for Christmas, but I can't play it yet. I have to wait till next year. Super Mario Broth likes it, so I have high hopes. Because obviously he wouldn't be biased. World of Goo 2 to me really felt like, not only is it a sequel where you're really supposed to have played the original first, you were supposed to have played the original 15 years ago, and then waited 15 years, and then play the sequel. Like, it really wants the the first one to be something that you played forever ago. So I definitely, like, if you played World of Goo 2 like right now, I don't think you would like it nearly as much as I do. I don't think anyone in the world can like it nearly as much as I do, but like especially not if you just played it right now. You'd play and be like, that was okay. So but as we established, all of my rulings are objectively correct and true. So we can all agree that the 5th best game of the year was nothing. The 4th best was a Portal 2 mod. The 3rd best was 20 Small Mazes. Oh man, 20 Small Mazes genuinely is a lot of fun. It's free on Steam. Like, take a look. It's a fun game. Yeah, like that's absolutely true. And as much as I want to, I mean, obviously I know that everything I like is perfect and great, and I'm objectively correct, and no one else can see it. Everything else is like, okay, I get that you like this thing. I'm not super into it, but I'm glad you like it, you know? And I can respect that. Where am I? Oh, right, we're riding my stupid railway again. Is the moon rising or setting? I think it's setting. That was it. That was the whole award show bit that I had planned. I hope you liked it. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I was shooting for, honestly. It was just want to do a quick little award show that fucking destroys every other award show that's ever been done in the history of the world. Yo, just a quick little thing I dash out. Yeah, you could hear I was a little bit nervous too. That's why I talk way fast when I get nervous. So I was trying to slow down a little bit and not rush. Cause yeah, the joke delivery, I've been sort of practicing the kind of jokes I wanted to make, and part of the delivery is obviously going to be in the timing. And if I just blast through it, you know, super duper fast, then it thank you. It doesn't work as well. I used to get that a lot in like giving like school presentations or whatever. Like it's like, okay, the presentations will last 5 minutes, and I would blow through mine in 2 and go, oh, well we can sit here and look at this slide I put a bunch of stock photos on for the next 3 minutes if you want to do that. Yeah. Did you like the little foreshadowing I did where I put the World of Goo 2 soundtrack as what we're listening to today to subtly hint that it was gonna sweep? Genuinely, the soundtrack is really good. Yeah. One thing I really like about it is it takes a lot of the music from World of Goo 1. I completely respect that. And it does like remixes or different takes on it. I think that's really cool. Like it's like, oh, it's that song I know, and then but like different, and it sounds really cool. I always like stuff like that. I'm improving this into an actual staircase instead of whatever terribleness. There we go. Problem solved. This part kind of sucks at the bottom, but that's fine. Up and around the roots, and here we go. And I made a bunch of slabs. I didn't get any dang gravel. I was supposed to get gravel. How come no one reminded me? You know what? I can get sand. We can get sand. Problem solved. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I can go get sand. So there's 2 options. I could ride all the way back to the base, or I can not. Here's some gravel. But it's got my ladder on it, so I maybe don't want to knock this down. Let's get some sand. Like it's again, I think I would like if part of the reason I don't. This sounds completely irrelevant, but it's not. I've almost never watched people play games I super duper like Undertale, because if they don't like it, I lose my mind but I like that one, and I could easily see World of Goo 2 being the same way. Like if I was watching someone play it and they're like, this kind of sucks, I would not be happy. Oh man, this is not really real, but I was watching one guy who like it was a streamer guy who I like kind of sort of liked, but you know, B-list, and he was playing that Astrobot game and opened up the video with like, it was not you, that's because I'm using he, that's how you know. And he was playing that Astrobot game and he opened the video with like, Astrobot is my game of the year. And I'm like, what a fucking idiot. Doesn't he know that World of Goo 2 came out this year? Why would you ever pick anything else? And then I went, oh. And then I unsubscribed from him because I was so mad about it. I totally get you. I completely get that, and I'm sure I've done that too a couple times where I just make a god-awful play. But it's similar but not quite the same, because in that case with Into the Breach it's more like you're playing this, you're missing all the obvious plays, right? It's kind of, I feel like the same thing as watching someone play a puzzle game that you know really well and they don't know really well, where it's like you're missing all the obvious answers. What are you doing? Right? It's so obvious. I'm sure I've done that to you in the past as well, because Lord knows I'm not particularly good at it. But yeah, no, I totally get that as well. Is just like you're missing. It's so, you know, you're missing it. What are you doing? I'm trying to think which games get like that for me. Because there's definitely been a couple that I've actually had to like stop watching the video. Yeah, that's the thing, is I've at least played the game enough to not make the absolute worst mistakes. I just make bad mistakes. That's totally fair. I was telling you that the video that I saw forever ago that got me into the Breach was from Super Great Friend. And boy howdy did he not play well. Like, he was really bad. And it's really funny because he likes the game a lot, but he is not doing a good job. So it's like, you know what, he likes the game, that's all good. But and at the time, you know, I hadn't played the game yet. I did not know he was playing it really badly. But after playing the game, it's like, wow. This is not good. This is not quite the same. This is forever, before I started the Impossible Game Challenges Daily channel, I watched this guy who would do Pokemon challenge runs, and part of that is, you know, the inspiration is because I wanted to make fun of this guy. But no, one of the challenge runs he did was something to the effect of like, can you beat this Pokemon game using only the in-game traded Pokemon? And I forget which game it was, but I thought that was a really fun idea. So I did my own of that, just for fun. I didn't record it or anything. In a different game. I want to say I did mine in Platinum. I forget which one he did. But then, because the video got popular, he did more of them and eventually got to Platinum. And the various things he was doing, I'm like, what a dumbass. My way was way better. Like, obviously you use Haunter for this fight, not Kadabra. What are you thinking? So... I definitely get that too, where it's just like, have fun with it, but man, I cannot stand how you're playing this game. We have sand now, by the way, so that was a little detour. So I did Into the Breach this week, and I'm not planning on doing Into the Breach on next Monday, and I'm probably going to sort of take a break in like January and come back with a new schedule. that so we'll see how things shake out, but I'll probably swap in some new stuff. I really want to keep doing the Minecraft because I think this is a blast. Sand Gang? You know, Sand Gang is no Gravel Gang, but you know, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Again, I should put in the ladder here, but I'm not doing that. Just out of spite. Oh, get this off my hotbar. That's right. By the way, I have absolutely no idea how to get a server running that runs this old-ass version of the game. But man, wouldn't that be funny to do like a challenge against me where the joke is that I have like all of the foreknowledge in the world but have some really arbitrary, stupid restriction? I think that'd be mad funny. Alright, we'll sand here. Hopefully I have enough sand. Oh, too much sand even. I don't know. If I remember... Okay, so this is like a super dangerous spot to be. If I get knocked into the water, I will not survive. So let me just, let's block this up. If I remember the map correctly, the way the map starts is both teams stand on a little ledge and then push a button. And the button activates a piston that sort of, ooh, there's diamonds, pulls out, diamonds jump scare. It pulls out the ledge from underneath you and then you drop down and land in some water and then you start doing the map. And the problem with this that I envision is that I can't swim if I can't jump. So I will get pulled off the ledge, fall in the water, and drown. So you get to start playing the map, and I have to figure out how in the hell to deal with that situation. I think it is solvable, because I could like... That would be good. That would be good. Do you think it'd be good to, should I, like, swap walk forward to, like, S and walk backwards to W, that kind of thing? Or should it be, like, the whole keyboard shuffle? Like, walk forward is now on Y, and walk backwards is on, like, the number 4, you know? I was thinking, actually, could I do, can you beat insert super hostile map with only one hand? I think it would be too. So the gimmick there would be that, like, I can't walk and mine at the same time because, you know, I'd have one hand on the mouse and one hand on the keyboard, except that it's a one-hand challenge. So I'd have to walk into place first and then use the mouse. And it would just make everything take like 5 times as long. Where am I? I feel like there's something I should be like looking for here. We really need to pay attention for skeletons, because if a skeleton spawns again, I'm in trouble. Skeleton spawns. We don't want none of those guys. Yeah. But yeah, so I think the way to escape the constant drowning trap is if I have not played this map in years, so I don't remember. But if I remember it correctly, the floor of the water bit that you land in is sand. So I could fall down into the water, dig some sand off the bottom, place it where I land from the drop, and then keep doing that until I've put enough sand down that when I drop in, I land on the sand instead of landing in the water. And then from there, I can like make a bridge over to the main like island and dig a tree, and then I can make slabs, and then I'm cooking, right? So I think it is possible, right? But you would have like probably at least a 20-minute head start on me. So I would make the bridge by jumping in the water and placing a piece of sand and then drowning, and then jumping in the water and then placing a piece of sand and then drowning, many times in a row. Because I think that's the only block I can collect. So you would get like at least a 20-minute head start on me. But then I would start to catch up, right? Because I actually would like, I know the map and stuff. I think that'd be really funny. I'm being. It could be more than that. You are correct. But I feel like I could probably get more than one sand block per drowning cycle. So I don't think it would take as long as it sounds like it would take. But it would take a really long time, essentially. Like, it's better than it sounds, but it's still really bad. And I think that'd be mad funny. I assume there's, like, something to do here, and it's not just walk around. Oh, I think... No, it was a mark on my screen. I thought there was something over there, but it was not. I've lied to you about there being something. Let's use the cobblestone I've already got. Oh, skeleton. I just said we want to watch out for these guys. Me when I get you. Okay, that means we need to be on alert, though, for more skeletons. So I'm going to kind of stick to the wall here. That way, if they shoot me, then I won't go in the water, but I'll... Oh, I did not mean to place torches. I'll just go in the wall. Yeah, I have no idea how long. Also, if I remember right, so the race only has 3 dungeons in it. It's not all 16. And I think the last one is also water-based and will be incredibly hard for me to do without like some kind of massive cheese. However, I do think it is doable. And also, the specific dungeon I'm thinking of might be in a different race map, because they made a lot of them, like off-brand ones. So I don't remember which ones are in this particular one. I could also be wrong, and it could be that you don't spawn with the piston drop thing, and you just like spawn and then you just start playing the map, in which case you don't get any head start, and that'd be quite a challenge. I also triple point, playing a super hostile map sounds like quite possibly the actual worst way to learn how to play this game ever. So as you can see, I've hit a dead end here. There's just diamonds. But when I hit F3, I can see a lot of name tags over there. So that leads me to believe that there's more dungeon off to the left. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to charge straight there. You see all those guys? Let's see if we can just get them. That's right. If you do succeed in the challenge, you're going to be the strongest Minecraft player ever. Except that all the things that you'll know how to do are really old-ass mechanics that don't exist anymore. But, you know, other than that... looks like if we go this way a little bit... I'm hearing zombies, so we're nearly there. There's a guy right there. So let's turn left. Oh, more torches. Morches. Here we go. I have found guys. I can turn the debug menu off now. Let's fill in these holes so I don't get stuck in them. And get some torches down. I don't remember which way to go. I'm gonna guess we go to the left. Look at that. That guy's cheating. He's jumping. You're not allowed to do that. Get out of here. Let's get rid of these so they can't parkour up and over the roots there. Okay, problem solved. Dr. Jenkins jump scare, right? Oh, I will. If you do get the game, I will hook you up with the Dr. Jenkins texture pack. You don't have to use it, but you do have to use it. Ooh, good. That zombie blocked the shot for me. What a help. What a friend. Okay, they're getting me good now. Ow. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. That's right, yeah. If you're not using the Dr. Jenkins, like, you're absolutely welcome to not use it. But if you do not use it, then you immediately lose. But you could not use it, you know, if you don't want to. That's fine. I think that's pretty fair for everyone. I think this is the right way to go. I'm not like 100% sure, but I'm like, at least 70. Let there be light. Alright, there's a guy over there. It's like that classic, you know, it's like they say, right? When you encounter enemies, it means you're going the right way. And we are encountering enemies, so we must be going the right way. I also thought it was mad funny to have like 1,000 cons for World of Goo 2 when all the other games had like 3. It's like, why the hell did this one win? I think that's really funny. So I could go up and over the roots here. Do I want to do that? I can't believe I killed that guy without getting hit. Let's bust out the stairs. What's up here? Okay, I'm kind of fucking up the stair placement. There's a guy there. Oh, he jumped again. Cut that out. That's not allowed. Give me this bat. So either, I think this is the right way to go, but it could also be the wrong way to go. So that's really the two options I would say on if we're going the right way or not. I hope that helps clarify things. Oh, he's gonna go. That's all right. Because this could also be a way to go to just like get some more diamonds. I think I'm seeing something out. Yeah, there's moss stones. We have gone the right way. Good stuff. Me when I get you. Me when I get you. Okay. After playing a newer version, arrows really don't do much damage in this version. they're kind of bad. You can fire them a lot faster though, which is good. So it kind of evens out. Let there be stairs. Oh, let's fill that in. Problem solved. I hope I have enough pickaxe left to pull this thing off. Because I also need to mine 9 diamonds. I didn't do that yet because I would just die and lose them. Or I could just die and lose them. So didn't see a lot of point to grabbing them early. But we can grab them on the way out. What's going on here? I said, hey, yeah, what's going on? Throw some torches around. So I guess I probably want to be up there, right? So it doesn't even make sense to have down-stared all this way. Because I need to go up and over the roots anyway. So I'm going to put a little barrier so I don't fall in the lava and die to death. Me when I get you. Oh, that's why I want to fill this in. There's a guy. Dealt with that. Light this up a little bit. I do have another stack of torches. If I was almost out of torches, that'd be a bit of a problem. Ow. Oh, 2 of them. It's getting out of hand. Now there's 3 of them. Get a torch there. We'll kind of make a little bit of progress. And then let me fill this hole in that I've made so I don't fall in the hole because I can get back out because I have stairs and stuff, but just be annoying. There's some more guys. Me when I get you. There's a creeper. I would rather the creeper not go off because he'll blow up my torch. There we go. This sword's nearly broken. Let me swap that over here so I can break that and then put a new one down. Me when I get you. Oh, you and you got me. Dang. I feel like I'm not making much progress. I feel like I'm really kind of just stalled in place a little bit. Let's get this sword over there. I am running out of sword, but maybe I won't need it. Torch. Oh, there's a bunch of guys back there. Dang. I think a skeleton. Yeah, skeleton aggroed that creeper, so that's why he went off early like that. That's kind of good because it kind of cleared out the pile. So I don't actually mind that too much. Let me eat some soup. Let's get some more soup on the hotbar. Me when I get you. I do need to actually start pushing into this little hallway, though. There's some junk going on down there. Oh, well, here's your problem. Too many toasters. Obviously, saying that, I mean there's a spawner beneath the floor here. So that's why there's so many dudes. Let's get some stuff on the hotbar that I'm going to need. Okay. I don't think I need to actually... You know what they say! I don't think I actually need to destroy those, however. But we'll just sort of spam some torches around. There's the map. Where do you wish to go? So I think I want to sort of go around the side here. These gray boxes are going to be super duper turbo mob spawners, which is very cool and fun. Yeah, here they are. Let me do this. Luckily, I brought a crap ton of blocks, so we're good to drop a little bit of this action. I can kind of schmoove through here, but I do need to light this up, or it's going to spawn boatloads of guys on me, which I would prefer it not do. Let's see, what's the best? Probably through it, honestly. This is going to be the best bet. So, like, here. Now, there's an interesting bug where when you dig out a block that's near a spawner, ow, it can cause a guy to spawn in the space that you just dug out, even if you've got it lit up. So I'm kind of standing back from where they're spawning, just in case one of them decides to jump scare me. I could knock these out, but I honestly don't think it's worth it. Maybe I'll regret that, but right here is dicey. This would be real handy if I had brought my piston with me. Let's block that in. There we go. Okay, got a block down. Let's get some more. We can do this to keep that spider away. And just kind of edge out here. There's a zombie. I think if I get hit by one of these guys, we're going to be in trouble. So I'd rather not do that, because who knows where the knockback would take me. But so far, you know, not too bad. Not too bad. Kind of schmoovin'. And by schmoovin', I mean moving incredibly slowly, because I have to fortify the whole little pathway. That's all right. Oh, the spider's going to jump scare me. Let me when I get you. So we'll keep the little lid. There we go. And then I can connect up to the glass like this. Put a little wall on so guys can't me when I get me. Little wall over here. More little lid. I think... Oh, how did you get here? Genuinely, where did you come from? Alright. Bust into here. Can I put torches on glass? No, I can't. Okay, cool. And because I'm a genius, let's grab all of them. Hopefully I don't die. I think we're past the hard part, though. I just need to make sure not to fall in the water. If we fall in the water, we're in trouble. Oh, I need to get 9 diamonds to make the diamond block. So I'll say there is actually an updated version of this map for, I believe, version 1.2.5, same as Nightmare Realm, that just adds oh, diamond. Oh, lots of diamonds. Basically, when the new version came out with hunger and enchantments and new mobs and all that junk, John Super Hostile went through all the existing maps for the old version and gave them all like slight updates to sort of kind of work for the new version. but they still kind of don't, like, you can still tell they're not really meant for the new version. They're just like, okay, it's the same map, but now it has an enchantment table just there. And the updates to this map in particular, Sunburn Islands, were, I think, some of the most extensive. And I don't like most of them. One thing that changed was making the second dungeon a lot easier, which I think is good, because that's the one that just absolutely swarms you with guys and is like really, really difficult, especially for the amount of resources you're expected to have doing it, which is effectively none. So I think that's a good change, is nerfing that one. And I think that probably was mostly just because, you know, John Super Hostile did not realize how hard that dungeon was. I think part of the difficulty was by mistake. Anyway, so I think that's a good change. He also gives you a free giant storage room dug out underneath the monument, just about where my base is right now anyway, which seems like it ought to be a good thing. But I don't know, I kind of feel like it's a bad thing in the sense that I don't like being told, like, make your base here. I've already done all the work for you. I like to get to, like, make my base and put stuff in where I want it and that kind of thing. I think that's part of the fun. So I kind of thought that was a bad change, but we'll say it's a quality of life change, so we'll say it's better. But one thing that is bad is this last dungeon gets a whole, like, second half to it. So you do all that stuff I just did, and then, like, there's a whole nother section afterwards with a bunch more bullshit. And I feel like that's a huge mistake, because this map is meant to be fairly easy. Like it's harder than normal Minecraft gameplay, but it's meant to be, as far as Super Hostile maps go, relatively on the easy side. And so making the final dungeon like 100,000 meters long with a bunch of random crap, I thought was a big mistake. So the point is all to say, I did beat the easy version of the dungeon, not the hard version, but the easy one's canon in my heart. And we get to ride the railway one more time. Yeah, we'll get to the hard one anyway when I get to Legendary and Nightmare Realm. Yeah. I think this version, I think that the Beta 173 version of Sunburn Islands is better than the updated version. But I think all of the maps are better. I think all the maps that were made for the beta version are better played in the beta version than played the updated version. Because you can, like I said, you can tell that the updates were like band-aid fixes more so than like being designed around it. So, I don't know. I believe that this map, the Sunburn Islands, is my brother's favorite Super Hostile map, and he definitely prefers... basically, the lack of sprinting in this version really kills it for him. He's like, I cannot play in this one. It's ridiculously slow, much like right now. And I think that's fair. So the new updates add sprinting and stuff, but it's hard to say. You've played one, you've played them all, basically. Speaking of playing them all, the next map I want to do is Black Desert, and then after that's going to be Legendary, which is going to take goddamn forever, unless it turns out to be impossible. I think there's a decent chance Legendary is genuinely not beatable without jumping. Just because of the way the spawn is. And I've talked about it before, but if you remember when we played Kaizo Caverns, I had to dig a bunch of rocks out by hand because I spawned below the next room. So I needed to find a dungeon with a chest in it somewhere that I could go down to without jumping and then acquire the stuff. Because I had no way to make slabs and I had no way to progress. Anyway, Legendary is a similar boat where you start out at the bottom of a cave and you need to go up the cave to get to the wood and trees and stuff. But in Legendary, instead of the walls being solid stone, they're like a couple layers of sandstone and then lava. So I can't just dig straight to a random chest in a random dungeon because I'll die in the lava. I'm not convinced it's going to be possible, which would kind of be awesome because then I wouldn't have to play it. It's really long. I also don't know if Black Desert is possible, but that's more just because I'm not very familiar with that one. I've played it once. Let's make our diamond block. And... oh, I already had one. When did I get the diamond block? I have a second one. Wabamo. And that's it. When did I get that? Was it from the pirate ship? What the heck? Oh, well. I kind of like this. That looked really bad. Let's do that. So, that's it for this map. And as you saw, I did the mastery on Kaizo Caverns. So, yeah, down here are the two I want to do. These 5 I've done. I had to jump once on this one, but that's because I'm an idiot. Oh, let me check my stats. Yeah, there we go. Jumps 0. Island Sunburn. Some of them, like, I don't know why they do this, but like if we take a look at Infernal Sky, I have 0 jumps in Infernal Sky. We know that's not true because I got caught in the that bedrock 1x1 hole at the bottom and had to jump out of it. Like, we remember that, but apparently I didn't do that. Or if we look at Sea of Flame, did I jump here? Yeah, it's 0. I did that right. I swear one of them said 100 for some reason, and I don't know why it said that, but maybe these are these global stats or per map stats actually? Maybe I'm a fool. No, these numbers are different than the other ones, right? Distance by minecart 90. I think these are global stats. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense then. And then... so anyway, there we go. Jump 0. And I don't know when it went down from 100. Sunburn, Canopy, Kaizo. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for coming to this. I wasn't sure how long that last dungeon was gonna take, so I'm glad it didn't take too long. I just had to do the one resupply trip. Not so bad. Not so bad. Yeah. So future plans are gonna be. Yeah. Thank you for coming, and also thanks for seeing the award show. Let me put that back up because that's more interesting to look at than this. Oh, not yet. Here, we can look at Dr. Jenkins. So, plans for future. Number 1, I'm going to put out a very exciting video on the main YouTube channel towards the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that. Really excited about that. Haven't made it yet. Haven't done any work at all for it, but I'm sure that'll be fine. Number 2, nothing coming up next week. I'm kind of thinking I might just kind of do all or most of January as like a break and then come back after January with like a different schedule. I want to keep doing the Super Hostile Minecrafts because I have so much fun doing this, and I'll throw some other game on there too. I'll figure it out, but kind of if you feel it out, see when I want to put. I might move things around. Like I might move one to Friday. I had Friday as I did Thursday instead of Friday for some reason that I can't recall. But I'm kind of thinking it might work better to just do Friday instead. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But thank you for coming by. Thanks for seeing the award show. Hopefully you agree with me because again, all of my decisions are correct. And have a good one. Have an impossible game challenges yearly. What is it that I say? So I usually say have an impossible game challenges day daily. So I should say have an impossible game challenges yearly.